Yay, master one.
Last game wasn't so much initially.
We streak 7.
Hey today let's talk about Unchained Labyrinth. I believe this is the currently strongest version, especially after Nadir got semi-limited. I won't bore you with what card does or lab basic combo works. If you are completely new to lab, first go read some effects then come back. This guide focus on the newly released cards added to the deck.
So, the difference between the previous lab was that we couldn't utilize any of the extra deck space, so we had to use some Nadir just to send some card and use the graveyard effect. But now that we have Unchained, we can actually run an Unchained version of Labyrinth. Normally the Unchained require you to have an Unchained Soul monster to summon. One of the new cards that we get is Unchained Soul of Yama, which has requirement of 2 fiend monsters. And as you know, labyrinths are all fiends, so this works well because of this card. That's why we can add Unchained to the list. The Unchained version is complicated, and for people that also like Pendulum Magician, it's similar level of complication that there is no linear path.
Keep in mind that this build has Snake Eye as the enemy. There are just too goddamn many of them on the ladder at this time, so you will see a lot of card choices are specifically to counter them. Transaction rollback. You usually want to dump this to graveyard to copy your welcome effect. People nowadays going against Labyrinth always no hold Ash for welcome, which can be devastating for us, but lucky with rollback we can use say big welcome twice in a turn. This also very useful when going against Mirror, especially since release of Arius there are more labs out there. In that case you want to set rollback and copy opponent welcome. Then you can use graveyard effect again for double dipping. Be careful of managing your health when using it. And Unchained package. A good tip for using Sharvara is you can use his quick effect to dodge target effect like Imperm. You can also Sharvara then chain your set card to avoid paying cost. If you already have an Unchained on the field, use him as cost for furniture. This also lets you set escape of the Unchained. Be careful, Sharvara locks you into Fiend when on field. Mudora and Keldo. Use their bounce effect for big snake level 1 summons, bounce princess, etc. You can also bounce your own Unchained main deck cards so the Sharvara and Escape can search each other. 2 Nibiru and 1 Ash. Current meta is heavy monster summon, so Nib works wonder. You can also chain your furniture to Nib for free cost and avoid giving body to opponent, or to dodge Max C. During DC Cup I was running 3 Nibiru due to amount of Snake Eyes present. For the same reason, Ash is not very effective against Snake Eye, so giving up room for other cards.
Getting any of these or Maxi, I think like all these cards are very good against Snake Eye. I will have to balance this ratio depending on what decks I see. Ariane good in this deck, yes. Because we are running a lot of Unchained Link monsters, we want to have materials on the field to use. And if we resolve Ariane, we can get Ariana can do her normal lab stuff. So that's 2 extra bodies.
In addition, you can also use Ariane to send rollback as cost. On a side note, there are some people in Bilibili steal my videos. That's why I am putting a watermark here. If you see my video elsewhere, they are not uploaded by me.
One thing I made change since last stream was that I'm currently running 3 copies of Arius and also 3 copies of Welcome. I thought it would be bricky, but you know, Arius can also help you special summon monsters other than just traps. So previously I said you have to run it in trap heavy deck, but it's not so much if you have other lab cards, monsters that you can special summon. Which is why I also changed to 3 Welcome. So as you see, last game I would just Arius and then Welcome. One more thing I changed on this deck is I'm running the level 4 bounce from graveyard card, which is also helpful against Snake Eye when they when they try to use the big snake to summon level 1s. Why is Lovely mostly play one copy? Because you don't want to have Lovely open hand. You rather want to summon Lovely from the deck or from the graveyard. I don't care much about sticking my deck into exactly 40 cards because there are a lot of cards I don't want to have open hand, like Rollback, Lovely. If I go first, I don't want Nibiru. So even furniture, even though I can use furniture to get rid of them, but the last chance I have is better. Anti-spell fragment. If you don't run the field, then maybe. I also like using pot in lab, so why didn't you have Heavenly Prison? Because the Labyrinth has, by default, has very good trap searches. I don't need another trap search in my deck. And the side effect of Heavenly Prison is protect your back row. But usually you can trigger your back row if they use Duster or Lightning Storm. I added Ice Prison, so it's easier for me to do a mirror. It seems like there are more lab players nowadays. Yeah, Prison also works against Snake. Imagine you prison the big snake and then banish both big snake, and then they'll be crying. Unchained version of Labyrinth has way better OTK potential than non-unchained version. And once you have good hand, your first turn opening can be more devastating than the non-unchained version. The best start for Unchained is you will have both welcome. You will have the target summon from opponent monster, and you can also do a bounce. And then with the Unchained trap, you can also pop and resummon your fiend monster. So that would be at least like 5-6 interrupts.
Next, let's show you an ideal open board. As always, deck list is included in the description. Remainders are additional gameplays. Thank you for watching.